Hello and welcome. Today we are going to take a look at the Nioh 3 demo, which is currently available on Steam. The game is releasing soon. So let's take a look if the game runs fine on our Steam Deck. Directly when you start the game, you get to see basically the default settings that it's recommending you here. So let's go through them together here first a moment. Basically, as you can see, it's 720p. And while it puts here a frame rate cap on 30, let's do that with 60. And we can look into the resolution advanced settings. So it's using FSR 3.1 as upscaling method. And by default, it's actually having minimum rendering resolution of only 35% of those 720p and a maximum resolution of 75%, so quite low. Let's try at least 100% here, and frame generation, we leave that off. And let's also try to play. Oh, there's actually no 800p option. That's why it's selected as 720p. Okay, so you cannot really play at native resolution of the Steam Deck here. So let's stay with 720p as it has by default. And the graphic presets are now custom because I changed the advanced settings here. But it's basically the rest is set to low. Post effects, advanced settings. So as you can see here, we have shadow quality very low, occlusion low, model quality low quality. So everything is basically set to low. And we have upscaling enabled, FSR 3.1. So let's see first what we get in terms of frame rate and if we can increase it still a bit. So let's get started and see what we get in the gameplay as frame rate. You can see also that we are really using all our RAM. So this game will be quite demanding here for our Steam Deck. Theoretically our frame rate cap is at 60, but let's see if we get somewhere closer.
Spirit stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Their radiance harbors two kinds of power. The first is that of total destruction. The second is the power of rebirth that nurtures and heals life. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars. And then, Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu put an end to this bloody history and ushered in peace. Eventually, one of his two grandchildren will be chosen to continue this peace. Time passed. The ceremony that displays the new shogun's authority both within and beyond the country's borders, would soon begin.
So this cutscene is moving with around 30 FPS.
You will become Shogun soon.
Buku, that's enough. I think Takachio's better suited to be an
Lord
artist.
Kunimatsu.
I do like it though. It's about time, no? Go to the mirror and get ready for training.
Well, I guess in the mirror we can select our character. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, to make it fast here, I will just randomize. And that obviously looks very cool. Let's try that again. Alright. Let's stay with that character for now. Still loading here. And still loading. I guess we have one of the most demanding games here for the Steam Deck already. Let's see if it stays playable now, if we get into the gameplay. Loading quiet for a while. Here we go. Okay, let's see if we get to play a bit. So it seems to be the demo version, basically the beginning of the game, and we can take the save game into the full game. Objectives will appear as white markers on the compass. Alright. Let's see where we need to go. So, moving between 20 and 30 FPS. And this is already at very low settings with upscaling
this
here.
ceremony will see the rise of a new shogun. You used to be so small and sickly. It's hard to believe you will now be shogun.
Lord Moninoli is waiting in the back. You've arrived. All right, hurry up and choose a weapon to practice with.
Okay, so where we can select that weapon. Okay, let's try that. Spears.
Any weapon will serve you in battle so long as you master it. First, focus on choosing something that you feel comfortable with.
Lord, take it you! Hey!
Nobody wants to fight here. Maybe we need to try all of them.
Carefully. Practice has no meaning if you don't give it your all.
Okay. Swords. Those are also cool. Single sword. Okay.
So that's the weapon you've chosen?
Yeah, let's go for the sword.
Then I'll choose this one.
So that's
All right, then.
now going up to
Let us
40
begin the
FPS,
bout.
but normally
Bow to each other.
closer to 30. Now we need to put in a gesture.
Is something the matter?
Okay.
Watch your opponent closely. Otherwise, you'll miss. Direct your attention to Lord Kinematsu.
The ceremony may be soon, but I won't be holding back. Takechi.
Now, we're focused on attacks which you move first. While strong attacks consume more ki. Remember that. Performing a
At least we are having here a stable 30 FPS. 60 would obviously be nicer, but
Not bad. Now it's my turn.
But attacking isn't everything. You have to defend yourself, too. Sometimes you dodge, or sometimes you block and try to counterattack.
one more dodge. There we go.
The more you attack, the more you'll start to sense your skills sharpening.
Okay.
Once your skills are fully sharpened, you can unleash all your strengths with martial arts. Excellent. Hone your skills in battle, unleash martial arts, and then follow attacks with key pulses. These are the basics for a samurai.
Okay, now we have
Use
done the
medicine to heal
tutorial
wounds when injured.
and have learned the basics.
Now, let's put it all together. Make use of both offensive and defensive strategies and defeat Lord Kinematsu.
Let's see if we can win
Will
Lord
today be the day
Kunimatsu.
you finally defeat me? Come, show me your strength.
Oh no. Lord Kumimatsu got me. Let's give it another try with Lord
Today will be
Kumimatsu.
the day you finally defeat me. Come, show me your strength.
Still I need to practice a lot for the full release, but at least Lord Kumimatsu is done. And yeah, low settings so far playable, let's say, so almost staying close to 30 FPS. But this is also low settings with upscaling enabled. And I guess we cannot turn really much more on. Otherwise we will get to a 20-ish frame rate, which doesn't really make much sense. Good that we practiced. We will need to fight much more as it seems. So in the cutscenes you see actually that sometimes the frame rate goes down until, let's say, 18 FPS. So even that's what you see on screen is quite taxing for the Steam Deck.
Why are you still here? The castle has fallen to yokai. I'll clear the way. Escape underground.
And loading again.
A yokai? What is going on here?
See where we need to go. So we are only having like 20 to 30 FPS.
must remain vigilant. The castle is infested with yokai. Lord Dekachio, Lord Kitamats, I will do whatever it takes to defend you both. They're relentless. Remain calm.
With a few enemies on screen, still holding up to 26 to 30 FPS. Now we actually dropped to 17 FPS for a moment.
Now, Lord Dekachio, use your strength. Finish the field.
This sword. It harbors extraordinary power.
Okay, let's try to increase our graphical settings a little bit. Let's see if that's where that leads us. So let's say we want to have the rendering always at 720p, so that it's not upscaling from that. And let's look into standard graphical presets. It also changes again the okay, so let's run it at 720p. Still now everything on standard quality, and now we're directly getting also hit to 17 FPS. So this is now 720p without upscaling and with standard settings, medium settings if you want. And there we don't even get to 20 FPS.
It's been years since my last real battle, but somehow I got out of there alive. But new yokai will appear soon. You too. Leave here at once. Some say my father Sekishusai split a massive rock that a Tengu had transformed into. Now it's my turn! There's a well up ahead, just past the inner gate. From there, you can escape underground. It is my duty to protect you from the yokai. Fret not. I'll be along as soon as I'm done.
I see. My thanks, Takechio. Let's continue.
Lord Takechio, I pray for your safety. I have no doubt that you will be an exceptional shogun.
So we've got now Guhin. And we can continue here, but as you can see the frame rate,
He forced himself
anything
this far in spite of his injuries.
besides the default settings that have upscaling enabled and are on very low settings, then you don't get really to playable frame rates. So medium settings here is already, without upscaling, is already down to 15 FPS. See if we enable the upscaling again and leave it on medium settings, if that helps a bit. We didn't save it. Okay. So now with upscaling, we are getting again here to 22 FPS. But yeah, medium settings is too much. So let's get back to the default setup. I think that is actually fine, but let's look into the advanced settings and put the mostly too low. So that we can back to around 30 FPS. That's not even enough. So let's go back to the very low settings so that we have more or less stable 30 FPS. So basically, if you want to play Nioh 3 on your Steam Deck, you will need to keep it with the default settings, which are very low and upscaling. There's not much to do or to improve. And even with that, you will experiment a few drops from time to time.
I thought we'd finally created a peaceful world. Was it nothing more than a fleeting dream? I'm glad to see you unharmed.
There was just a drop to 6 FPS actually. So maybe until here, I think we can say that Nioh 3 is still playable on the Steam Deck. So if you really want to have it and play it on your Steam Deck, you can do that. But don't expect too much framerate-wise. With having everything in 720p with upscaling and lowest settings, you get somewhere around more or less a stable 30 FPS. Sometimes even there with drops to 20 FPS, etc. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the game and thanks for watching. Until next time.